What's up, guys? I'm Shane, and welcome to the final off-season episode of our Monmouth Hawks Prestige Dynasty. Now, final episode, still another season to go. We're gonna do one more run. I'm just glad that we got an Natty. You know, I honestly did not want this series to continue into College Football 25. I would have done it. I wasn't leaving this without a Natty, but we got it. Casper is officially the least successful Dynasty because they had to wait till year 5. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to go back-to-back. This seems kind of fluky, but the whole team's coming back. And we don't have a 99 overall halfback like I thought we were. But first, we'll look at the All-Americans and the season stats. So, obviously Underwood. Should have been the Heisman winner. Can't believe this guy got it. Hicks was first-team D-tackle. Yep, that's what they're both getting a DGA. I'm doing double DGAs this year. I don't care. They both deserve it. I don't think you guys are going to fight me on it. Hayes made it at middle linebacker. Did not have returner, so. And then freshman, so Alexander, yeah. He was a great center for us. He was definitely making an impact. Hayes, obviously. And Bradley, our punter. I think he had like 5 punts. There were just no freshman punters. Okay. What about all conference? Husky, Underwood, Florida State, Clemson, North Carolina, Monmouth. So Broly made it, Hicks made it. We got Hayes and Wilkerson and Burks and Hickman and Griffin and Willis. Good Lord. Bradley. Every player that was first team all conference was Monmouth, Florida State, North Carolina, and Clemson, except for this kicker. Can you tell that this conference is not coming together the way they wanted it to? Well, spoiler alert for what's about to happen. We're leaving too. Second team, did we have anybody here? Rains and Wyatt made it second team. Bay made it. All right. Award winners. Now, I know like we won a lot, but I can't remember. So obviously Underwood. Did we have a finalist or anything else? 'Cause I don't think we did. It's a mean thunderstorm coming in now, huh? It's been 100 degrees almost for like 2 straight weeks, I feel like, so we were due. Hey, you know what? Thank you for waiting until after I recorded the national championship. If you want to knock me out halfway through the off-season episode, that's okay. I don't think anyone else was here. Which is unfortunate because we had a D-tackle with 14 sacks, didn't even get nominated. Oh well. Alright, let's look at our season stats. Husky, all-time record for receiving yards for our school, 3,489, 33 touchdowns, 8 picks. I threw less than 10 picks on a season. I think it's the first. I think it's the first time I've done that. Maybe the relegation league I did it a couple times. That doesn't count because they're 5-minute quarters. Our punter apparently threw a fake punt. I wasn't there for that. Guess whose name you don't see on here? That would be Roderick Ashley. The impressive thing is not that we only turned the ball over 8 times with Husky. Well, I'm not including fumbles. It's the fact that he didn't get hurt. Gotta love Florida. A torrential downpour just started across the street. All right, rushing. Underwood, 1,941 yards, 38 touchdowns, setting the all-time rushing record. Husky had 446 on the ground. That's pretty good. 6 touchdowns. McAllister had 216 and 7 touchdowns. Yeah, he was a vulture a couple times out here. Underwood with a fumble, and that was the only fumble. And I'm pretty sure, didn't he recover that? I don't think he turned that over. Did we finish with less than 8? We finished with less than 10 total turnovers. Unless the wide receivers did something. I don't think I'm going to be able to see that. It's not going to tell me. Okay, Underwood, 116 receptions, 1,811 yards, 19 touchdowns. I told you, we were targeting him to try and get him the Heisman, and it didn't work. So now I feel bad for everyone else. King, 38 for 537s, 5 touchdowns. Herman, 29, 345, 2 touchdowns. The Cheat, 28 for 269, 2 touchdowns. Randall, 10 for 118. Tuggle, 10 for 151, 3 touchdowns. Vassar, 10 for 145 and a touchdown. McAllister, 9 for 73 and a touchdown. And Ford, 2 for 31. Finns, 1 for 9. That was all the catch. That's it. Higgins at 9 pancakes, 3 for Church, 3 for Harden. Finns, Alexander, Randall all having 1 apiece. And sacks, not that bad. Church had 3, but your right tackle is always going to give up more, or at least on my team they are, because that's where I scramble to. That's not bad. That's really not bad. Hayes leading the team with 62 tackles. Wilkerson with 55. Willis 52. Griffin 44. Hickman had 43. Jesus. Burks 29. Raines 27. Bullocks 26. Hicks 26. Broly 25. 20 TFLs for Hicks. 15 for Broly. 14 for Wilkerson. 14 for Raines. 11 for Hayes. 7 for Bullock. 7 for Wyatt. 6 for Hickman. 5 for Burks. 4 for Willis. 4 for Bay. 4 for Griffin, 2 for Edmund, 1 for Fred Roger, 1 for Sherman, 1 for Fulks. Thanks for playing. You'll never see him again. 14 sacks for Hicks. Absurd. Just absurd. 7 for Broly, 6 for Raines, 4 for Bay. That's the absurd one. 4 for Bay, 3 for Wyatt, 3 for Wilkerson, 1 for Hayes. Easy there, Clouds. 1 for Hayes, 1 for Edmund, 1 for Burks, 1 for Willis. 2 picks for Burks. I believe one of them was, 60-yard touchdown. 1 for Edmund, 1 for Wilkerson, 1 for Bullock, 1 for Willis, 1 for Bay, and 1 for Stovall. Oh, no, 63-yarder for Burks. He actually lost 3 yards. Pass deflection, so 4 for Griffin, 3 for Burks, 3 for Willis, 3 for Edmund, 2 for Stovall, 2 for Hickman, 1 for Bay, 1 for Broly. The 1 for Broly's is throwing me. 1 whole forced fumble on the season, but it was scooped up by Roman Reigns. Yeah, Burks the only defensive touchdown. I want to look at the kick stats. I know it like glitches out the game and you have to wait. Was it 3 field goals all season? It was 3 field goals all season, and one of them was with 1 second left in the game against Florida State, just for the sake of seeing how far I could kick. He missed a PAT. When did that happen? I vaguely remember that happening. I think it was early in the season. Bradley got All-American at freshman for punter with 3 whole punts. 47-yard average and a 44.6, and that's not bad, though. Bay finishes with 782 yards on kick returns. And 531 on punt returns ain't bad. All right, so the record. So Husky, he just needs the game record. He's got everything else. He's got the season, the career passing yards, the season passing yards. So he just needs 481 in a game. And he'll have a clean sweep of this entire record book. And obviously, the career records are just going to keep going up. Receiving, Underwood does not have 245 in a game. Does not have 211 in his career. He's close, though. He's 2 games from that. Receptions in a game, 14. Defensive record, we only tied the sacks record. It doesn't put his name up here, but Hicks should be there. And rushing, so we need the career record, which is 4,000, which we had 1,941. We are going to try and do this in only 3 years instead of the 4. But I think we can do it. Actually, we're pretty far off. Because we only had like 400 something the freshman year. Never mind. We're still 1,700 yards away. We can do it, but it's not going to be that easy. And then 293 in a game. I think we can do that. All right, let's advance a week. I want to see who wins these bowl games. And then we'll jump into the offseason where we don't really have a ton to do. All right, now here's what I didn't notice last year. This is going to tell us our star rating right here in the top 25. We are up to 3. I was hoping we'd go to 4, but we're still a 3-star school. West Virginia up to a 6-star school. San Diego State did lose 1 game. Okay, so we were the only undefeated team left. So 28-6, 44-3, 45-24. Liberty gave us a run. 56-7, 42-7, 49-21, 55-7, 56-zip. 35-7, 35-3, 42-zip. 49-3, a bye week. 32-6, 38-15. 3 games all season where they went to double digits. What in God's name? How many points did we give up? We gave up 109 points. We had a plus 497 point differential. Jesus Christ. But again, that's the conference. Like, a lot of it is the conference. Yep, so we beat Bama. Stanford beat Notre Dame. Yeah, Nevada smoking Black Rock State in the Idaho Potato Bowl. NIU edges out Air Force. Purdue wins. Northwestern wins. Georgia Southern beat Miami. That's cool. Boise State goes down again. Keep having good seasons and can't finish it off. Indiana beats Bowling Green. Wisconsin smoked Oklahoma State. They were 11-0 and went on a 3-game losing streak to end the season. That is not good. UCLA smoked North Carolina. They were national champions a couple of years ago, and now they're doing that. Texas A&M, they needed overtime. They made it at 5-7 into a bowl game. That's where that was. Boston College wins. Clemson Pop-Tart Bowl. Second straight year. How do they keep getting the Pop-Tart Bowl? We can't get in. I'm so mad. Well, there's always College Football 25. Oklahoma wins. Georgia Tech, K-State. Anyone else we care about? Did Casper make a bowl game? Casper was close, but I don't think they did. No, Casper didn't make it. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, so now what we're going to do, jump into the off-season. There won't be any recruits who want to transfer because we already used all 25 of our scholarship. We don't have anything to do on National Signing Day. I'm just curious to see who, I want to see the players leaving, obviously, and I want to see if our coordinators are gone. I want to see if Donald Smith is taking his talents elsewhere. Target wins per year is still 5. We won 14. Let's go to players leaving. Let's see who our coordinators are. I'd like if they stayed, but it kind of doesn't matter because they're only level 7 coaches. We could potentially have them go get a head coaching job and we get better replacements. Donald Smith stayed. We lost our D coordinator. King actually went elsewhere. Where'd he go? Kyle King is now the head coach at USC. Okay, then. Man, you upgraded. All right, players leaving. Our left tackle is transferring for playing time. I can't say I blame you. Stratton's graduating. Again, these are mostly walk-ons. Small graduating. He made some big plays for us year 1, and I think a little bit in year 2. Hall leaving hurts. But, and he didn't do anything this season. He didn't get on the field at all. Maybe he was out there. He didn't get a target. So that's unfortunate. Chuck Schilling, the first DGA winner, who then rode the pine for the rest of his career. Strong Mad. You know what, bud? You could probably go to WWE. You could be like the new Viscera or something. Causey's graduating, and James Harden, who I kind of thought he was graduating last year, but he was a sophomore JUCO, so they'll be missed, but we definitely are improving still. I'm not even Payne. You know what? You're gonna play in more than 3 games. Yeah, bye. I don't want him to leave anyways. It's fine. I have to cut people. All right, transfer requests. We're not gonna have any recruiting. We don't have to do signing day. Don't have to look. I'll go to signing day just so we can see our class rank, but it's not gonna be great. All right, I gotta re-record this bit because I forgot to hit record again. It was only 2 minutes, so it's fine. We finished with a number 97 recruiting class, which isn't great, but again, next year is the last year, so it doesn't really matter. And we're still we're ahead of SMU, we're ahead of North Texas, Louisville. We're ahead of Louisville. So I mean, we're ahead of Washington State. We're not the worst, and that's all that matters. Now, the other thing, recruiting strategy, I'm having a computer take care of all this. I have no intention of ever coming back to NCAA 14 now. Now that we've won the Natty and Monmouth ends with year 5, I have no intention of coming back to this game once the new college football games start coming out. But just in case, I still have all my old dynasties. I've still got the North Texas, the Black Rock, and the Casper save files. And I think I've got the relegation league. Every single time we started a new school, I think I've got a save point for each one of them. I don't have any reason necessarily to go back, but if I wanted to do a video where it's hey, let's celebrate by scoring a touchdown with every team that I had a dynasty for, I've got those save files somewhere. So if I have to do that, I'm not going to bother with the recruiting this year, which means I don't care about the prestige rating because it doesn't matter now. The computer can do it, and then whoever they sign, they sign. And if I ever have to come back to this, hopefully they sign me some good players. And if I ever come back to it, we'll have a pretty decent team. All right, time for some position changes. I'm not sure how complicated it's going to be this time. Roderick Ashley is really about to get cut if I have to make some decisions, because Bray is obviously going to be our backup. Like, no question about that. And then Simpson's only 5 points. Well, Ashley's going to get training results, but 78 speed, 72 excel. Yeah, clearly, if it comes down to it, I don't want Ashley out here. Ashley might be getting cut. Sorry. Alright. Patterson, yeah, you know, like, not gonna have to cut any halfbacks, I don't think. Holly, I need to move you to tight end. You lose 1 point. You lose 5, yeah. Holly's going to tight end. So we got fullback all set. The cheat, Herman. Oh, Herman's only a junior. Okay, so he'll still be around just in case. So Smith, Day. Bagley wasn't a senior. I thought Bagley was a senior. I might have to make choices here. Baker might not make it. Okay, Holly is definitely tight end number 2. I thought he was going to have a chance at taking over, but he's tight end 2. He won't be tight end 3. I'm going to let, because Ford is going to be slower, so Ford can be tight end 3. All right, no changes to the O-line. We'll put Henderson at left end just to balance it out. D-tackle, Folks and Allen are probably both gone. Neither one of them are named players, so it don't matter. This guy goes up to a 71 overall D-tackle or... Okay. Oh, McDonald here. Goes up to 69. I'm going to take this middle linebacker. I'm going to put him at right end. Damn, McDonald's slow. You're going to left outside linebacker. I don't want you anywhere near that. Hold on. And we'll take Gene and put you at right outside linebacker. Okay. Oh, I'll put Harris at left end then. Never mind. I forgot I had Sherman and Reigns. 78 overall cornerback. He's... Unless they get some good training results, he's actually going to be cornerback 1. Which is just insane to me. Alright, Brown, you can go to free safety. And Sims... Decent linebacker. Decent defensive lineman. Really good wide... Oh my god, he's a 78 wide receiver. He's going to wide receiver. He's not going to... I think the cheat's going to be the number 1 wide receiver, but 88 speed, 90 excel, 92... Or 90 agility, 92 excel. 6'5". We got some height out here. Tuggle's still the tallest guy. We got some decisions to make out here. All right, so strong safety. We got some... These guys kind of suck. Willis, 74. Griffin might be getting benched. Griffin might get benched for Brown here. It'll be tight. It might be, though. Oh, look at the catch stats. Yeah, if I need someone who's going to be a ball hawk. He's better at coverage, too. Yeah, okay. Keep my changes, yes. All right. So now, training results time. God, I hope we get something good. All right, training results. Oh, my God. Oh, I got to set. Oh, my God. I see some good training results. Okay, let's go. Husky, a +5. Ashley, a +5, and probably getting cut. Reese, a +6. He's definitely getting cut. With the awareness bumps, Husky's up to an 84. Put him on a red shirt. I'm not going to do that, but if I put him on a red shirt, he'd be draft eligible. Underwood, a +6. He only needs 1 more for the DGA. I'm going to give it to him, but he's up to 97 excel. It's going to be ridiculous. +4 for Jimmy Finns in his senior year. +4 for the cheat. +5 for Herman. +6 for Vassar. But Vassar is just going to keep... Like, honestly, I know he's better overall, but Vassar is going to move back down the depth chart. +5 for King. +5 for Tuggle. +4 for Bagley. Randall +5. Ford +6. Tight ends are starting to get good. +4 for Banks at left tackle. +4 for Jason Todd. Forgot he was there. +5 for Scott. +7 for Alexander. +7 for Manning. We are stacked. And +6 for Walden. We are stacked at center. +4 for Higgins. +5 for Broussard. +4 for Church, +4 for King, +4 for Bowman. Hey, the offensive line is going to be a lot better. Broly a +5. Henry +5. +5 for Kurt Williams. +5 for Reigns, +5 for Sherman, +5 for Buckshank. Winning that natty help. +6 for Hicks. The DGA is going to 2 people who got +6s anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. Roger +5, Wyatt +5, Folks +5, Allen +5. Bullock +4, Horowitz +4, +3 for Morris, +4 for Matthews. +5 for Bingus, +5 for Hayes. Hayes is still going to be the starter, +6 for Jones. +5 for Wilkerson. +4, oh, we got another Jones. +4 for Burks, 4 for Edmond, 4 for Robinson. He's definitely getting cut. 79 Excel, I don't want you out there. +5 for Bay, +4 for Hickman, +4 for Jenkins. +4 for Griffin, yeah, he's, sorry bud, you'll be riding the pine. +5 for Stovall, +4 for Kennedy. +5 for Willis, +5 for Capone, and +4 for Anderson. Yeah, +7 for Drew. +6 kick power, +7 accuracy. He's a real kicker now. And a +4 for Bradley. He's not a real punter. All right, I know we gotta cut players. I don't think it's as many as, like, I'm thinking in my head it's like 20 players, but it's not because we had a few people graduate. But there might be some hard decisions to make here. We have to cut 17 people. All right, no, my instincts were right. There was still a lot going out. All right, well, first off, hey, Robinson, adios. Jenkins can go too, because he won't see the field. You can go. All right, Reese can go. I guess Ashley can stick around for now. He'll be the 4th stringer, though. See, the problem with wide receiver is they're all named players, so, like, Bagley would be someone who I would cut, but he's a named player, so I'm not going to do that. Tuggle would be potentially someone to get cut, but I'm not going to do that to him. Walden can go. I don't need 3 centers. I don't need Phillips either. I don't need Bauman. Williams can go. Allen's gone. Folks is gone. I don't have to carry that. I've already got Roger and Wyatt are now, like, Wyatt, 2nd team all conference, and is now going to be the backup. Goodbye Matthews. Goodbye Jones. Goodbye other Jones. All right, I got 4 more people to cut. And I'm carrying way too many wide receivers because I don't want to cut anyone. We can probably cut him. We don't need to carry 4 safeties at either position. Go to Kennedy too. Don't need a... yeah, he can get cut too. 1 more person. 1 more cut. I should just get rid of this. Yeah, I'm gonna cut Baker. I hate cutting incoming freshmen, but I don't want to cut Bagley or any of the name players. Not for the final ride. All right, we're down to 70. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to go look at custom conferences and reset my skill tree, so I'm just going to focus all on game day stuff. You guys will see what I'm up to. All right, coaching skill trees. I took everything out of recruiting, put it all in the game day. I'm mostly excited for clean laundry. 90% less likely to cause penalties. Hopefully, we're not going to be committing a face mask every other play. The rest of the stuff, it's cool. Like, whatever. I genuinely don't, like, have this normally, so it kind of, I don't know how it's going to help me. Recruiting, yeah, I don't care, because we're not doing it. Defensive coordinator, he's only got the 1 point. I wish we got a better DC, but whatever. And then I realized that, like, so Donald Smith, obviously he's a former wide receiver, so he maxed out his route running trees. Probably why we kept catching everything. Because it also goes to the halfback. So that's probably what helped out with a lot, especially that catch in traffic, because Lord knows I throw into triple coverage a lot. And now for the custom conferences. We're not staying in the ACC. I've got a plan, and I think you guys are gonna like it. We're not gonna be in the ACC. We're taking Buffalo with us. So, quick transition. Okay, so what I have created is our version of a super conference. Now, are these teams any good? No. But if you look, it's the Pac-12, because almost every dynasty, and at least the main series dynasty teams, have all ended up in the Pac-12 at one point or another. BlackRock ended up there. Casper obviously went there because it made logical sense. North Texas went there during the BlackRock dynasty, not during the actual North Texas dynasty. So Monmouth has to go there. That's just how it's going to go. Now, we've also got Akron, Buffalo, and Kansas. 3 of the 5 teams we have played during the relegation league. New Mexico State was removed from the game to be replaced with one of the newer teams. Same thing with UMass. They couldn't be there. And then, for those who remember the Sim Dynasty, UConn also out. So outside of the 99 overall player experiments I used to do way back early on the channel, this is every team we used. And on the other side, these are all the teams we have played in the national championship games, as far as I know. This is why I said an episode or 2 ago that I was watching the old videos to see our national championship games, because I wanted to see who we played. So the first national championship game was North Texas against Fresno State in a game that came down to the wire. I literally almost cried at the end of that one because it was the first ever natty, and it was a back and forth. I called it the greatest episode ever. Looking back at it, it was 4 verts and a halfback dive because some things never change. We also have Alabama here, who obviously we just beat with Monmouth, but also North Texas. We played them for the second natty they had. And in Western Kentucky was the finale. The series finale of North Texas was the Western Kentucky National Championship game. That was a blowout. We have Ohio State, who we played both as UMass and as Kansas for the National Championship game. When we won in the natty with New Mexico State, we actually did play it against Kansas. So there won't be that. And Buffalo, I'm recording the 3rd season, starting that tomorrow, in hopes we win the natty. Whoever we play in that national championship game is not represented here because I don't know who it is yet. That's why I said almost everyone. We got Minnesota, that's who we won the national championship with Casper. And Oklahoma, that was Akron's national championship. And Virginia Tech was another BlackRock one. That's right, we won 2 with BlackRock. Right? Yeah, the first one we won with BlackRock was North Dakota State. They're not in this dynasty, so that's why I couldn't put them here either. So every team available that can be represented is represented here. Which is why I'm glad I kept bringing in the old team builders, because this is the farewell tour. Again, fitting that it's going to end in the Pac-12, because that's where everyone ended up anyways. And I believe I set this up right, where we should play all 6 of our division rivals and then 3 games against the adversary division. Yeah, we're going to play against all our division rivals. So we'll get one last game against BlackRock, against Casper, against North Texas, and an Akron, Buffalo, and Kansas, who, in this dynasty, not really anything, but, people who have followed the channel since the early days, I don't expect since day one. We won the national championship with North Texas. We had less than 100 subscribers. So a lot of you weren't here for day one, and that's perfectly fine. But people have gone back, rewatched it, or have even been around since at least BlackRock, because that's sort of when the channel started exploding. You guys get a kick out of some of this. I'm not doing protected rivals either. I'm just going to hope to God that we get Fresno State, Minnesota, and Western Kentucky. But we'll probably get Oklahoma, Alabama, and Ohio State. BCS tie-ins. ACC's not getting one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give ourselves the Rose Bowl again. If we don't win a national championship next year, it's fine. We got our one. Hopefully we just can keep going with what we were doing. But if we don't win it next year, that's fine. It's just a farewell tour. All right, advance to the preseason. There's not going to be a lot of excitement here because, like I said, I'm not bothering with the recruiting board. The schedule should be pretty quick. Okay, this is wild. They want Tuggle to be our third string halfback. I'm going to let Patterson do it, but it's just hilarious. Cheat, Herman, Sims. Sims as a nickel is wild. King, Vaster, I'm sorry, bud, but I'm putting Tuggle over you. You're just slow. Randall, Ford. We got Vaster here at tight end. Where's the new guy? Yeah, no, we're putting Holly there. Sorry, Vaster. Bolliget left outside linebacker. They took Hayes completely out at middle. Excuse you. So Hayes, Bingus. Yeah, I guess they can say the same there. Sherman has the backup right at... He's just the backup all across the board. All right, that works for me. So Morton, Burks, Edmond got pushed down to the nickel back. It's probably a good place for him. Okay, I know what they're trying to do by putting Edmond as the backup at both safety spots, but we're pretty deep at safety. Actually, he can be the third string strong safety, I guess. That's fine. Kicker, punter. Kick returner, they have Edmond here. Where does that halfback? Is he a bad kick returner? There he is. 86, 94. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. He's not the best overall. Oh, my God. Sims is a 96 overall kick returner. All right, you know what? We're going to let Sims do it. All right, so the schedule. We got Nebraska. We're going to them week 2. I figured it was worth it. They've made an impact on this channel, honestly, so it was worth it. At Oklahoma, we get 2 out-of-division conference games, and of course we drew Oklahoma and Alabama. So at Oklahoma, we'll go home for our rivalry game against Utah. Home for Alabama. Okay, we get them at home at least. We'll go at James Madison, just because I haven't seen him yet. A bye week. Home for Buffalo, but we're at Buffalo, but we'll play that at MetLife. Because that just... all the animosity of the line war, that's pretty much where it came from. We'll go home for Akron. We're going to play that at Lincoln Financial Field. We'll go at Kansas. We've got a small stadium. I didn't want these games to, like, feel small for certain teams. At Kansas, we'll play at Memorial Stadium, generic Memorial Stadium. Home for USC to take on Kyle King. We'll play the Casper College Thunderbirds at SoFi Stadium. We'll play North Texas at AT&T, so Jerry World. And it will finish off the season against Black Rock State at Soldier Field. It is nice that all of the main series Dynasty teams lined up in a row, although not in chronological order, but that's fine. And honestly, I would just run the gamut of, like, division games to finish, but this was the only week I could get USC. So, they're going to kind of break that up. We're not touching the recruiting board. We're not redshirting anyone. There's no point. And we're going to jump into the regular season, and I want to see what our overall is before we end this episode. I mean, if it helps, Underwood's #1 in the Heisman watch to start the season. It doesn't help. All right, let's flip through preseason All-Americans real quick, because I didn't think to do that. So Underwood, first team. Hicks, first team. All right, updated the overalls. I was going to forget if I didn't do it now. So yeah, Hicks, first team, preseason. That's all we got. Second team, Husky. All-NCAA second team. Pretty incredible. No one else. What about all Pac-12? Underwood. Raines, Hicks. Burks, Willis. Okay, and second team, there's Husky. A lot of Ohio State down here. There's Broly. Hayes, Wilkerson, Hickman, and Bay making it returner, which is funny because he's not a returner anymore. All right, conference outlook. I can't imagine we're going to be very high. No, I'm wrong. 75, 77, 75. We are an actual team now. We're better than BlackRock. We're in line with Akron. Whoa, wrong way. Bama, Ohio State, good lord. Oklahoma's good. They're all good. Fresno State and Western Kentucky are the worst ones that are still pretty good. Like I said, the goal here is not a natty. We're just going to enjoy one last ride with NCAA 14. Because I believe by the time you're seeing this, I would have wrapped the relegation league, or at least I'm close to it. And this is it. This is the end of NCAA 14 content on this channel. Hopefully. Hopefully the new college football games are good. And we don't have to come back to this unless it's on purpose for like some sort of, nostalgia reason. But this is probably the last ride. So stick around. But that will wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, I'm Shane. I'm out.